Thank you. Next, we'd like to unveil the marriage. Please, sir.
Our specialization is Panchaka, comprehensive healing. Ayurveda is very simple. We're born healthy, most of us, but because of imbalances, we get disease. In fact, I'll tell you, age is a reality. Aging is a disease. We can choose to age the way you want. So what we've got is in a mantra in terms of Ayurveda, in Kerala Ayurveda, is we restore your balance so you can be naturally better.
Technical reasons, they're trying to record.
In terms of Kerala Ayurveda, we're a 75-year-old company. We have 100,000 patients. We sell 350 products. Our primary focus has been in terms of building out a base which is in therapy and curative. But there's one simple clarity. Beauty is on the inside, transforms itself to glow on the outside. I can't be beautiful on the outside if I'm unhealthy inside. No matter what you do with Botox and all of these other implements, it doesn't work. If you want to be well, you be well. Think of your parents or your grandparents. To many of you, I'm at a parent level. Think of 1 or 2 generations before and you've seen the difference. They had a glow. That's what we're trying to recapture. And Kerala in particular is a prime business because Kerala was never invaded. The rest of the country was. Kerala was protected by the mountains, the seas, and thick jungle. As a consequence, the purity of the Ayurveda, even though Ayurveda did not originate in Kerala, it basically remained pure for the last 2,000 years. That's the basic what we bring into this. We also have a lot of rahasya, a lot of science about the beauty and natural beauty. So in many ways, the concept of naturals, which has, I'm told 300, how many, I don't know, 300 lakhs or 30 lakhs, huh? How many customers?
10 million.
10 million people. Now the question is, how can we actually convert this into being healthy? Not only with the beauty packets, but also lifestyle. How can I eat healthy? Because what you put inside is the glow outside. So I'm very happy to be an association with Veena and CK.Kumaravel. I think they're lovely people, and I'm excited. And for me, I'm an old war horse. I've been around for a long time. Okay, my mother drove me to work in the initial days. So I'm here for the last 50 years I've been working. But I'm there with you, and I look forward to greater association with natural.
I have a...
Humongous. Do you know, if I asked you, which state is Ayurveda got the maximum adoption? Let me know. What do you think? Give me a couple of suggestions. Anybody?
Which state?
Yes, which state?
In India?
Yeah, anywhere. Bangalore. Anything? Kerala. It's California. Without question. They are into this as a religion. Whether it is learning Ayurveda, whether it is learning Sanskrit, whether it's learning the rahasya of life. And I'll give you an example. We have the largest Ayurvedic vocational school in the United States. We have a network of 60,000, and we have trained 2,500 people in serious Ayurveda. They have been through anywhere between 625 hours of formal education to 4,000 hours of education. Ayurvedic wellness counselor, Ayurvedic wellness practitioner, and a doctor. We are recognized, certified, authorized in California state and Washington state. The adoption of this is 85% ethnic American. Not Desis who went there. That's also very welcome. But I'm just telling you what it does. Because people are trying to look for three things. As the world becomes increasingly transactional, most of us have, if I asked you what is your closest relationship, it's no longer human. It's your cell phone. How many of you have in close proximity your closest relationship? Apple, the reason why it's so big, because it created a relationship. But basically, we are humans. We have a strong draw into our core. That core is connected with nature. And I would say to you, this is the beauty of why the combination of these two things work extremely well. And if we go with the concept of saying natural, which affects mainstream, and Ayurveda, which is a way of giving a traditional, authentic, credible base in order to build a community, not just of what you're doing in terms of a massage or what you're putting on your face, but by giving him a reason to live better and giving him a way by which you give him a substance. It's a dinacharya and what you do. That's what we're trying to do. So I'm excited by this name because it's a lovely name. Nature, Prakriti, and Ayur. So if you look at this concept, it's a name which I think has a lot of power. All we need to do is to live up to the power that this name exemplifies.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
you to Natural's 20th anniversary. Thank you. Aya, I would like you. Our 20 years celebration. Wow, that's so beautiful. I can tear open the whole thing now. Yes. Years of true beauty. Naturals, India's #1 hair and beauty salon. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mrs. Veena and Mr. Kumaravel. I think 20 years it's a long time. And I'm very, very delighted personally and on behalf of our company to be associated with you at least in the last 2-3 years. Delighted to meet you, Mr. Vangal. I can't believe you speak 10 languages. I can speak 5 and I can keep quiet in another 5. Okay. So I won't take much of your time. So I represent CAT Center, and CAT Center has built a very strong operational relationship in the last 3+ years. Yeah. So I will speak a little bit about what our arrangement is and what we are trying to achieve together. So some 4-5 years ago when Mr. Kumaravel approached us and he said that these are his aspirations and these are some of the challenges that he faces, and he wanted to explore possibilities of working together. We sat down and looked at what their strengths are, and obviously Natural was a growing brand and growing from strength to strength, trying to become bigger, trying to become more national and so on. After about 2-3 meetings, we sort of understood each other, and we came up with what I believe is a very unusual commercial model. Normally in situations like this, you go and buy out the company like Mr. Vangal did with all his billions that he got from the IT business. Unfortunately, we are not there yet. And so we spoke a lot about creating a joint venture and so on, and then we decided, okay, let's focus on our strengths. So we came up with what I believe is a very unusual model. They do what we are good at, and we do what we are good at. And then this whole question of joint venture equity, etc., came up, and obviously I kept asking, he kept saying no, he kept asking, I kept saying no. But at the end, we started going, and in the last 3 years, I'm very delighted to say that I think both of us are happy, very happy with the relationship. all of us, all the stakeholders have made great progress. There's a lot of stability, there's a lot of predictability in the way we do things. That came to one, I've come to one simple conclusion, that in business, there are unusual ways of teaming with people as long as you know your strengths and you know how you can complement others. So with respect to equity, I realized that equity need not be the reason for working together, it can be the result of working together. And that's something that I wanted to share today to all the people, especially entrepreneurs. We have a lot of respect. I personally respect every single entrepreneur, even a small chaiwala who runs his own business, employing 2-3 people. What will take our country forward is not the big Infosys or Reliance, which will happen once in 30 years. It's these small entrepreneurs. And together, CAT Center, through our wonderful franchising arrangement and our franchise practice, and Naturals through their excellent product, very well-defined services and so on and so forth, can create more than thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs, not only in India, outside. I really believe that the best is yet to come. In the last 12 months, we have opened more than 100 outlets, and I'm very delighted to inform that in the next 12 to 18 months, we will open another 200. That will take the overall number to about 1,000. The other thing is that we have invested a lot in making sure that the team is well prepared, and hopefully someday the dream number of 3,000 will come and we will truly be the best and the biggest in the world. So I want to thank each and every one of you and highlight this in whichever way you can, because this is truly a remarkable partnership. A partnership which is built on strengths, which is built on clear focus, and we are clear about what we want to achieve. And I want to thank each and every one of our team members, both in CAT Center and in Naturals, for making this happen. Thank you very much, and wish you the very best in the next 20 years. And next time we meet Mr. Mangal, I'll try to catch up with the balanced 5 languages.
Thank you. So the showstopper is going to share with us how. I was having a short conversation with her earlier and asked her, what are the key points you'd like to share? And she had so many things she needed to tell us and things which we need to learn. And where do we start, ma'am, with the journey? Righto.
Thank you so much. Vanakkam. Yeah. Learning. I have to compete with the languages. So 10, 5, 4. So I have to start working on it right away. First of all, heartiest congratulations to Mrs. and Mr. Kumaravel and the entire team of Naturals and CAD for this remarkable achievement, not only of 20 years, but being the largest chain of salon setup in Asia, not only in India. So that calls for a round of applause for Naturals Group. I'm here in the capacity of the CEO of a Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, which is under the aegis of MSDE, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, under NSDC. We work towards, as Mr. Kumaravel had done it for Veena-ji, and through them, through different other franchise partners and women, our job is to shorten the gap between the job seeker to a job giver. That is what we are here for. And here Naturals Academy and Natural Salon comes in as one of the biggest partners that we have, which have not only done it in paper, but have elaborated it in creating about 350 entrepreneurs through the different franchise models that they have. And the journey, what we talk about, that people who are graduates and postgraduates do not end up getting that kind of an opportunity that they either deserve or they desire. But provided, if they are being provided with a skill in hand, then this journey of a job seeker to a job giver is the shortest which can ever be covered in that given span of time. Because the moment they become a job giver and they become an entrepreneur, they will have to start hiring people. And that is where as you mentioned, the gig economy is taking us forward for Industry 4.0. That is where the small entrepreneurs are going to take the Indian economy to the next level where our Prime Minister is looking at. So need all your help, all your support, and obviously with naturals increasing not only its footprint within India but outside India, and tying up with Ayurveda also. So we do, under wellness, we do cover Ayurveda. So really happy to know about it. Plus, as you mentioned, holistic approach is what we also work at. What you are inside, yes, I totally second that. The beauty from inside reflects outside. And as you were mentioning about the jari booties, we use them even in our facial products, like a turmeric, haldi, which is an antibiotic when eaten inside. Most of the beauty products have that as a part of their composition as well. So it's a complete 360-degree approach. And now with naturals having this successful marriage starting today with Ayurveda, I think sky is the limit for you guys. All the best once again. Okay. Let me take you 10 years back, or let's go 20 years back. Was vocational an option when we were moving from schools to colleges? Never ever. Only people and the student who couldn't get their hands off on a good college or a good graduation course, in lieu of not doing anything, were picking up vocation as an education, and it was looked down upon. India still, as of today, also is a developing nation. We still have a long way to go when we talk about countries like Germany, countries like Singapore, where vocational education is the way forward. And for gig economy, Industry 4.0, unless you make a vocational education as a part and parcel of every school's childhood learning, it will be difficult for us to create so many jobs in the market. India is the youngest nation, let's not forget that. We are getting into a demographic dividend starting from now till another 15-20 years. If we do not take care of this and benefit from this demographic dividend, we'll be nowhere to show our face to the global market. Korea has just finished their demographic dividend and we are entering into it. And you all will be glad to know that through MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, they've added now vocational education as a part of normal school learning from 9th standard onward. During our time, we were given a period called SUPW, Socially Useful Productive Work. Now that has been replaced by vocational education. Colleges have started a degree course in vocational education under the aegis of BWork, Bachelor's in Vocational Education. And we proudly say that currently 25 states and union territories have picked up beauty and wellness as vocational course for their government schools. We are working very closely with CBSE schools. There are CBSE schools across the country which run our courses. ICSE schools are picking up these courses from April 2020 session. So right time for naturals to start a school, a college of vocational education, though they've been in the training space, but they've been in the training space where the certification, and it was restricted till certification and diploma. To take it to the next level, this is the right way to go forward.
I have told them, I have giving them at 500 salons, they have to make 3,000 salons. So how to do, what to do, etc. have been already defined. But to identify a new franchise partner, to go to a new market, to manage the franchisee on a day-to-day basis, to have the HR, train the people, everything they are handling it. It's the end-to-end. So and after some time the business becomes a routine. But routine is not easy. One of the problem with entrepreneurs is they always want to do different things. In the eagerness to do different things, they also create trouble for themselves and for others. And here is the business have reached a stage where there is no magic is required. We have learned what to do. and it is only we have to now take Xerox at different places, and that's exactly what CAD is very good about. They don't have to know salon business, but the protocol given, they have to keep following about it, and that's exactly what they have done.
You said tracking northern industry very tough. Because
And quickly we'll unveil the plaque, and you can speak about your thought on vocational training as a curriculum which is coming in your school, not necessarily beauty also, you know, but generally also you can speak.
Thank you, sir. We'll now go on with the unveiling. Call upon Dr. Aisari Ganesh and Ms. Monica and Mr. Parthasari and Ramesh Wangal to be part of this launch. National College of Beauty and Wellness. Very much. Value statements. Thank you very much. Then coming back to roots, Ayurveda, and now here, I'd like to know what happened.
Doing the certificate and the diploma courses. We already have the curriculum for the BVOC, and currently there are 23 colleges in India and 2 universities which are already doing bachelor's in vocational education. It's a 6-semester based and a point-based system which has a lateral entry and a lateral exit. After every 2 semesters, the first 2 semesters will be certificate, the next 2 are diploma, and the last 2 are the degree. If you want to complete all the 6 semesters, you get a degree. And this has an integrated IJT, industrial job training also, that every 6 months, 4 months is technical training, the classroom studies, and 2 months is on the job training. What happens is when a student, even in our industry of beauty and wellness, as I was talking about, that there's no delete button. You've learned hairdressing, or you've learned the skin therapy, or you've learned body therapies, unless you practice it on the floor and you practice it on clients. It's very difficult for you to say that yes, you've arrived in the industry. So on the job training, they are assigned to a senior in the category. For a hairdresser, he or she will be assigned as an assistant to a senior hairdresser, where they learn the trick of the trade. And this industry, since you're working directly with human being, soft skills is the most important thing. So for them to learn how to deal with the client the right way the first time, and in case if you've goofed up, how to correct that is the most important thing, which you learn on the job floor. So 6 semesters, a degree ready, job in your hand, not only in India, sir, for that matter. There's a lot of requirement which is coming from international markets. I was just sharing with them. We've got job aggregations from countries like Australia, from Denmark, from Finland, where they've given us the job aggregation, where they are ready. We work with NSQF, National Standard Qualification Framework, where they've matched their qualification packs to our qualification pack, and they are recognizing our the course curriculum as well as the NSQF standard. So once we've arrived there, I think the sky is the limit for us. And plus, I would like to say here, the curriculum, what we are teaching the student, NSQF aligned, though it's done through the government, through the Ministry of HRD, it's been formulated by the industry veterans. For hairdressing, we've tied up with L'Oreal. They are working on the hair curriculum of an international standards. For skin therapy and the spa and the Ayurveda, we are working with CDESCO standards, which are again recognized across the world. For yoga, it's the Indian standards that we are taking in, because the rest of the countries want to learn yoga from us. So that's where we are, sir, on it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Monica.
I got into Ayurveda by accident. I traveled 93 countries, I speak 10 languages. One of the things I figured out that my health was fading about 15 years ago. I'm a lot older than anybody here. Through that consequence, I found Ayurveda because through natural means, I comprehensively healed myself. And I started wondering, this was indeed the Yahi Hai Right Choice baby that I had been searching for. I started Pepsi in India, and I was the chairman of Pepsi Asia Pacific. And the one line which catapulted Pepsi into the old days, into number one, was Yahi Hai Right Choice baby aha. And frankly, that was black sugar water caramelized. In Ayurveda, I found the real substance. That's my motivation, is belief. So I bought into an old company, and we've grown it substantially. And we have invested in terms of creating the footprints and the proof of concept in products, education, and services supplied by world-class research based out of California. Today we're in India and in the US, and we have plans. And to my mind, the partnership with Naturals is a marriage in heaven, because you have the beauty concept, you have a powerful network. I'm told it's the largest network in Asia, and let's make this something unique, which is natural, beauty, and it is growth. With one simple line, toiletries and cosmetics that you put on your face, that you can eat it. Toiletries so pure that you can eat it. Because very simply stated, if you can put a medicine in your mouth, you're sure of its safety. Similarly, the skin is the biggest organ. The moment you put something on your face, it's got to be pure. That's where we get together.
We can tear apart the whole thing. It's, yeah. Naturals Ayur. Thank you. And some people say it's a rasam. I don't know. But so far, there's nobody who in Singapore who has, an Indian, who has got it. So can I just take this opportunity to find out how actually is any of those things true? Or how can it be, how can we be safe from such things?
I'd say one thing. Look at SARS, look at MERS, and now look at COVID-19. Here it is, the coronavirus. COVID-19 is a name given in Singapore. India was never affected by any of these. And I think the primary reason is that combination of pulses, the spices, and what we do on a regular basis. For example, we have so many different spices, and our spices have been such careful selections from nature, prepared in a particular sequence, very similar to that of Ayurveda. So while you go into pizza and you go into McDonald's and all of these other things, you actually figure out that the real truth is in terms of looking authentic, traditional, and something which is a sense of discovery, which is really what I think in Ayurveda. So in order to, we've just got an immunity kit that we are putting together, and we're hoping to sell it into Singapore. I'm also Singapore-based. I've been there for the last 25 years. So I'm very excited about the opportunities of Ayurveda. The one thing I want to say to you all, you know, I've sold, prior to this business, I've done a lot of businesses. In fact, my prior experience with spirituality was because I was a chairman and partner of Seagram Wines and Spirits. I was a chairman in Asia, and I was their partner in India. And we built this Blender's Pride, Royal Stag, Chivas Regal into some large businesses. So it's not that I have been a big sinner. But my question right now is, after having given energy through Pepsi and then spirituality through Seagram, I'm seeking redemption, and I look forward to your help.
And thank you, sir, and thank you for the wonderful insight. Nandri. தெரிஞ்சுதான் நான் முதலே தமிழ் பேசியிருப்பேனே. இல்லை, இதை விட அதிகம் ஒன்றும் தேவையில்லையா. நன்றி. And I like to elaborate this, looking like in India.
Okay. Let me give you the global perspective first. Globally, the sector beauty and wellness, because wellness, again, as mentioned earlier by the first speaker here only, is a very complementary part. It doesn't substitute, it complements the external beauty. So beauty and wellness at a global level is increasing at a 15% CAGR, whereas in India it's at an 18.6% CAGR. India is one of the top 5 countries which is growing at a tremendous rate. Obviously, so first being China, followed by US, followed by Brazil. India is number 4, and 5th one is Indonesia. Under different beauty segments and the sectors, salon business in the likelihood in the next 2 years, that's 2022 as per the KPMG report, will grow at a 2x, whereas the wellness will grow at 5 times. It's a 5x kind of number which has been pegged for wellness. Again, as you rightly mentioned, it's not only in India. The biggest market is outside India. So there's the export of the talent which is needed. In fact, I was just talking to the earlier speaker also and sharing with him that there's a huge demand of wellness specialists, both yoga and Ayurveda specialists coming to us, which need Indian certification from EU, the entire European Union, as well as from US. In fact, the global markets are looking at Indian talent to bring this forward.
Okay. And
I think India is a one country. India is not a one country. India is a 20 country. So we have to think for Maharashtra, we have to think for Maharashtra. For Punjab, we have to think for Punjab. When you go to Calcutta, we have to think for Calcutta. Unfortunately, we all Indians sit in in Tamil Nadu, and we want to crack the same way Calcutta means Calcutta won't open. So we need to think for Calcutta, and that's exactly the change we did not do in the first phase. Today we have learned the lesson. We now know what that little change only, not much. They also go for the same haircut, we also go for the same haircut only. But a Bengali makeup will be different. Bengali Durga Puja will be different. So that nuances we should understand, and then we have to accept the market, arrange the market accordingly, which is what we have learned at this point of time. Taking the failure as a learning, correcting the mistakes, we are going forward, and that will really work.
Is the narrowest in the south. It's widest in the middle. So for any product or service, the biggest business is in the middle or up in the north. Traditionally, South Indian brands have not been able to go there, but Cat Center is an exception. So more than 50-60% of our business comes from up. We are there in 29 countries. And we truly believe that we have the ability to take any of these businesses to the whole of India. Like you said, what works here does not work there, and what works there does not work here. So you need to think differently and act differently, and that's what we are doing.
So we have
nutrition education also is there.
massage, which is body, nails, makeup. That's our area of looking at this point of time, included with Ayurveda in a wellness manner. We are not a illness Ayurvedic therapy. We are a wellness center. So to that extent, we will not treat any diseases or any illness. We will only provide rejuvenation, relaxation, and wellness Ayurveda. And that's what is the scope of us at this point of time. We are not getting passing anything more than that.
So
thank you.
Selecting Kerala Ayurvedic, why you are not getting Tamil Nadu Ayurvedic?
No, I am not selecting Kerala Ayurveda. Ayurveda has selected Kerala. So I am going and selecting.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so
much.
And the event is happening in the Mobari Hall.
Yeah. Anna, music can go up while they're clicking away. Thank you.
Hats off to people like Naturals and other players in the market, and people who've been hands-on in this. Like I was just mentioning to you, Aduna Akhtar, now the ex-wife of Farhan Akhtar, she's a hairdresser herself. So these people have brought in a lot of change in the mentality. Now, as of today, if you ask me, we've got in our trade makeup artists and hairstylists who forget earning one bridal makeup that they do. I'll give you a chance to take a wild guess. What is the rate for a bridal makeup? Anyone?
I got married long time ago, so I might not be the right person. Where
Anyone?
Anyone want to come out with the number?
How much do you need to shell out for a good bridal makeup? Okay. Any other guesses?
2 lakhs.
Yes, very close. It ranges from 1 lakh to 2 lakh, just one makeup for one night. It's a big industry, just like a destination wedding. People have started budgeting for your makeup services along with when you budget the hotel and you budget the food and you budget the decoration. That's the kind of level that we are moving forward to. And plus, currently you wear that tag on your sleeve that I am a celebrity hairdresser or I am a celebrity makeup artist, and you're being sought after. Ambika Pillai to name. Few of them, like there are number of names with their tekari. These are the ones who brought makeup, hair into the category where you look forward, and these are the role models. The students aspire to be like them. And they're the celebrity makeup artists. Like Bollywood, the kind of fights the heroines will have for a makeup artist to get his date is no less than the fight that they will have to do with the director or the producer to give their own dates. So that's the kind of level we are moving forward to.
Thank you so much. I've got one last question, actually. I think it's very useful, very important question.
Yeah. Need not be at an 18-year or a 19-year. Even after getting married, after having children, when you realize that everyone is busy in their own life and you've been left home to do what? You will have to think about it. You can start. Even we've seen, in fact, we have an example sitting here with us where she became an entrepreneur after marriage and after having kids. So she's a living example whom we are celebrating today. But in this industry, even as a student, age is not a bar. You want to do this after having settled everything in your family, you're more than welcome. 30 years, 35 years. You've seen the world, you've got the experience, you've got the maturity, you'll be able to deliver better because we are into human services. We are delivering and we are working with our hands on human beings. It's unlike that you do something while learning, and if it's not good or a design is not coming out the way you wanted, there's a delete button. No, you can't. So the maturity is very, very, very important. Once you've cut someone's hair, it's been done for next 6 months. So you can't just say delete, hair will come back. So you have to have that maturity. So the age is not a barrier here.
Thank you, Ms. Monica. I believe
Mr. Ramesh Wangal, Parsarathi, Monica, CAD, members of Naturals team, the members of the press. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege to stand in front of you on the occasion of our 20th anniversary. It's really a dream come true moment. The dream of when we started this journey way back in 2000, we never thought we are going to reach here. We usually overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year and grossly underestimate what we can do in 20 years. And that's exactly what has happened today. I think looking back, we have grossly underestimated what we can do in 20 years. We never thought we will reach this far. So it's because of all the stakeholders coming together, and that's where the journey becomes very special and very important. We call our company the Groom India, which means the Indians, if they look good, they will feel good. If they feel good, they will perform good. If they perform good, again, they will look good. Though our primary business is about making people look good, if you look at the back end of the process, is not about looking good. The back end process is about creating women entrepreneurship. The back end process is about making women financially independent. The back end process is about erasing the word called housewife from the Indian dictionary. The back end process is about creating a lot of jobs. What India requires is not, as Monica was highlighting, what India requires. Abdul Kalam puts it so beautifully. He says, India doesn't require job seekers. India requires job providers. India requires entrepreneurs. And that is exactly what this beauty industry offers. An opportunity to create a lot of entrepreneurs who in turn will go and create jobs. And that's what is the network effect, what we have made over the period of time. We have come a long way. I've been very thankful to all the stakeholders who have made this journey possible. First, especially when business is about getting the relationship right. And each relationship is very different and it is very special. If I look at the relationship what we have with CAD Center, is absolutely very unique, and I don't think even if you go around the world you will find one such relationship. Even if CAD wants to replicate, they will not be able to replicate. If I want to find another partner, I will not be able to find a partner like them. It's such a unique partnership. When we first signed and I told that it is going to be a 1 + 1 = 11 effect, which is what Ramesh Mangal often talks about later, I used to speak about that then. And everybody said, how is this going to work? What do you call, CAD is a computer company. How do they understand beauty? How do they understand the salon business? What are they going to do? That's what the industry taught. But what I really saw in them is two things. One is they have understood franchising business better than anybody else. An industry pioneer like Apple and Aptech who have failed in scaling this industry, CAD Center is the only education franchising business today who is not only succeeding, which is also profitable. To that means they are doing something very right. And they have a franchise network which takes year on year. I am called to speak in their conference. I suddenly go there. I see very happy franchisees. I never see happy franchises anywhere. One of my early lessons from McDonald's is that don't call all the franchises in one room. They are going to put you in trouble. It is like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problem. So that's how the franchisee-franchisor relationship, and that's where they said that don't do that. And I used to follow you to the T, only to realize, no, it is wrong. It is possible to have the good relationship with franchisee and franchisor and still grow the business, and that's exactly what I learned from them. So I have taken the business up to 500 salons. The business grows to the, to your incapacity, to your limitation. More than that, you have to find a way either to increase your skill or you have to find a partner who has a complementary skill to take the business forward. Between me and Veena, our team, we have got the business to 500 salons. And that was a big thing, happened 3 years before. But after that, we thought the business, if it has to become 3,000 and it has to move forward, I need a partner who has got a different kind of approach, who will take the business forward, and that's when I found them and stuck a relationship. If you get the right partner, the deal is good or not is not important. If you can't do a bad deal with a good partner, and you can't do a good deal with a bad partner. And if you get the partner right, and rest is called details. I'm not getting into the details. It can always come back and go back. That's not very important. Get the partner right. That's the one message I want to give to all the entrepreneurs out there. If you are able to get that right, I think your job is up and going, and rest we can always course correct on the way. The second one, our relationship is what we are forging with Mr. Ramesh Mangal about natural Sayur, what we are planning to take it forward, is something which I was looking for, something very unique to take the brand national, international. There are a lot of people, especially Indians who are now abroad, who when they come to India, take the natural service, and when they go back, they all see, I want naturals. But I said, no, India is very different, international market is very different. Why do an America requires one more naturals? The market is already organized, it is very standardized, and everything about what is available here, they are doing much better. So unless we are able to provide an USP to the international market, taking naturals just for the sake of going, it is going to have one salon or two salon there. That is like Gopal Palpudi saying, I am available in Singapore, Malaysia, Burma, போன்ற நாடுகளில் பரபரப்பாக விற்பனை ஆகிறதுன்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி வந்து we can say that. But that's not what we want. What I wanted to do is really create an international brand. But for that, what is the USP? And that is when we thought Ayurveda is going to be the real USP, which combined with the salon can get the footfall, Ayurveda will get the average bill value. Both together can really make a huge partnership. But I was not able to find a good partner. I've been searching and searching and searching to find a good partner. And as you search, so you'll find. And that's how I found Mr. Ramesh Mangal and Kerala Ayurveda Limited. Wonderful company, great products, more than anything else, great people, and rest are details. And that's how I found them. You have seen the kind of passion at this age, what he has for the Ayurveda as a business. And he is very happy about the partnership, and we are very happy about the partnership. Once we stitch it right, I think this business can make naturals Ayur truly international, and international people will love Ayurveda a lot more. Already before starting only, there is a lot of interest from Japan, a lot of interest from America, and a lot of the countries of the advanced countries are showing a lot more interest when you just put the word Ayurveda. When you put the Ayurveda and you say you are what you call authentic. Today there are a lot of fake Ayurveda going on in the market. One of the problem in India is like fake WhatsApp. There is a lot of fake products and fake this thing going on. And when you get the right product to there, and that's where it is going to make a huge difference. And I have tied up with Ramesh Wangal and putting it together, and that's what we are taking it to the market, to the international market. We will also bring the same to the national market, and that's what we are heading it here. The third one I want to speak about is what Monica was talking about, Sector Skill Council. This again, I have been trying to, though we are the largest number, we have around close to 10,000 plus people working in the salon business directly with naturals.
Very good evening to one and all here. 20 years of journey of naturals, more than 650 franchises. It is not an easy joke. Hats off to Mr. Kumaravel and Mrs. Kumaravel. And for the next 20 years, plan has made, roadmap has made. See, beauty is very important, not only for the ladies, for the gents too. So they are concentrating on that. For that, we have to train students. So what is my request to Mr. Kumaravel? Why don't we teach the course in the university as a certificate course or diploma course, even a degree, 3-year degree course, if they want. If they want. Yes, because a lot of students are doing their BCom, BBA and other courses. But whether the job is sure or not, but here job is sure. So this will be a job-oriented course. And it is an innovative course also. So I request Brother Kumaravel to make a syllabus, 3 types of syllabus. One is for the certificate course for 6 months, and for the diploma course for the 1 year, and if it is necessary, a 3-year degree course in beautician and training thing. So definitely Wales University will support for their new thing. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you very much.